Hi everyone, welcome to this important episode of Ignition Time. I have some breaking news, a brand new announcement from the US Department of Labor. This is the federal agency that provides guidelines to your state to pay out unemployment benefits. They've been extremely concerned about something and they made an important announcement that just happened today. In fact, they released a new website to provide more information to individuals across the country who are dependent on unemployment benefits. You really want to pay attention to this update because chances are it could be happening to you or someone that you know. This, everyone, is breaking news from Ignition Time. There has been over $200 billion in fraud, unemployment benefit fraud. A lot of it has had to do with the pandemic unemployment assistance program. And now, for the first time, the US Department of Labor, instead of providing temporary guidelines, has actually set up a website to help individuals, to help educate individuals about unemployment benefit fraud. This just happened. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. Welcome to our channel. First, let me start by showing you this article on your screen that was published by Fox Business. Pandemic unemployment benefits fraud could top $200 billion, and lawmakers have committed a total of $486 billion in funding for unemployment benefits. And think about this. $200 billion could be subjected to fraud. This is just mind-blowing if you actually think about it. And here's a new announcement that just emerged. Here's a tweet from the US Department of Labor. This tweet literally just emerged. The US Department of Labor has launched a new website to help people understand unemployment insurance identity theft and how and where to report stolen benefits if they are a victim. You might be a victim and you might not even know it. There have been cases of individuals who never ever applied for unemployment benefits, being notified by the IRS that they had received unemployment benefits for benefits that they never filed for themselves and they never received because someone stole their identity and because someone was claiming unemployment benefits using their identity. So let's take a look at this new website, everyone. The new website from the US Department of Labor. Let me show you this website on your screen right now. This is the official website of the US Department of Labor that allows you to report on unemployment identity theft. Let's actually zoom in here and let me show you this website. This is very important. By the way, folks, as always, you'll get a link to the website in the description section below. So make sure you check out the description section of this video below the video so you can get a link to this direct website. But first, let's highlight some of the important aspects of this website. And many states have experienced a surge in unemployment identity fraud. Most victims of unemployment identity, in fact, let me zoom in on this so you folks can see it. Most victims of unemployment identity theft are unaware that claims have been filed and or that benefits have been collected using their social security number. Many people only find out that this happened to them when they receive a payment or a state issued 1099-G tax form that's incorrect or for benefits not received. So you may be a victim of identity theft that led to unemployment benefit fraud. If you received mail from a government agency about an unemployment claim or payment and you never recently filed for unemployment benefits, if you received a 1099-G form, which basically reflects unemployment benefits that you are not expecting, box 1 on this form may show unemployment benefits that you did not receive or an amount that exceeds your records. The form itself may be from a state in which you did not live or did not file for benefits. Now think about this for just a second. Let's say you live in New Jersey. You could receive a form 1099-G from the state of Nevada about unemployment benefits that were filed on your behalf in that state. Just pretty incredible if you actually think about this. Let's get back to this. And you could receive some notification while you're still employed, a notice from your employer indicating that they received a request for information about an unemployment benefit claim in your name. So what should you do if you've become a victim of unemployment identity theft? You want to report the theft to the state where it occurred. When you file your income taxes, only include income you actually received so as not to further complicate the matter with the IRS, folks, because this is quite a mess. You want to check your credit report for suspicious activity or unauthorized lines of credit that were opened, because there's a chance that there was some suspicious activity and you should freeze your credit. I definitely recommend freezing your credit. You can obtain a credit report as well. And in fact, there are some recommendations here. And you want to report unemployment identity theft that occurred during the pandemic to the US Department of Justice's National Center for Disaster Fraud. So you actually need to take these steps, and this is extremely helpful. Folks, here's a state directory for reporting unemployment identity theft. So for each state, you have a website. Let's take a look at the state of California, for example. You can actually click on this link, and then you can go to an external link where it'll take you straight to the California EDD website. Here it is, and you can actually report a claim here. So this is an extremely important resource from the US Department of Labor, and there are phone numbers as well. So this provides you with all the information for all the different states, and hopefully this is beneficial. So folks, this is new information from the US Department of Labor that basically considered this to be such a major problem. They considered this to be such a major problem that they had to chime in themselves. Think about this. The US Department of Labor essentially created a new website to help our fellow Americans because they're concerned about unemployment identity theft. Think about this, $200 billion in fraud out of $486 billion that was allocated by Congress. Hundreds of billions of dollars in fraud, because what scamsters are doing, what scam artists are doing, is stealing an individual's identity and then using that identity to apply for unemployment benefits, in some cases in states where the individual, meaning the victim, not only does not live but also does not work. And now that this is happening, the Form 1099-Gs are going out, the employers are getting notified, and there is unauthorized activity on your credit profile, which is why I think all of us need to be very careful. I've always recommended to our viewers and subscribers that the credit report should be frozen, because you don't want anyone accessing your credit. But this takes it to a whole new level. If you're learning something new, please click the like button. Please subscribe. Please enable notifications. I would really appreciate that. But I hope that this is helping. And again, I will include a link. To this tweet, as well as a link to the website from the US Department of Labor, everyone. So I will definitely include this in the description section below. I encourage all of our viewers and subscribers to check out that website and to tell your family and friends about this, because you never know someone that you may know may be a victim of identity theft, which could lead to unemployment benefit fraud, amongst a whole host of other problems. Because remember, once an individual gets hold of this private information, not only can they do unemployment benefit fraud, they can open bank accounts in your name, they can create all sorts of trouble. So I definitely recommend that you share this resource, please, with your friends and family. Anyone you know that has been on unemployment at any point in time. 40 million of our fellow Americans were on unemployment at some point or another in 2020. Remember, people went on unemployment, then went off unemployment, then new people came on unemployment. So 40 million of our fellow Americans who are on unemployment benefits, they need to know this. And there could be many tens of millions of other Americans who could have had their information compromised, because this situation was taken advantage of by scam artists. So I really hope that doesn't happen to you. But my goal was to educate you about matters important to the country, the economy, as well as your money. And I know many individuals have been dependent on unemployment benefits. That was it, everyone. I hope you learned something new from this video. Once again, here's the website from the US Department of Labor, and I will provide you with a link to this website in the description section below. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'm hoping that this is information that you keep handy, but you never have to use. But better safe than sorry. I'm simply trying to protect our community, because you are all, each one of you watching, you're very important to me personally. Thank you so much for watching. Please click the like button. Please subscribe. Please enable notifications. I work hard every single day on this channel to bring you the latest news. This news just came out from the US Department of Labor, and I wanted to rush to make this video to educate our community about this. And as always, you'll get the links to these resources in the description section below. So definitely check out the description, check out the links, get in touch with the specific department in your state. Once again, if we go back to the website here and we scroll down, you'll see all the links for different states. So this is very important, everyone. You'll get this in the description section below, so that you can contact your state if, unfortunately, this is something that has happened to you. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Be safe. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.